In this horror story, we will hear about what happened to 19-year-old Nellie when she finds a cursed family heirloom. But first, we would like to hear if you have any horror stories you would like us to make. Comment down below. Let's begin the story. I'm Nellie, and at the tender age of 19, I had packed up my life and moved to a new town to fulfill my dream of becoming a climbing instructor at the local gym. What followed was a tale of friendship, adventure, and the chilling unknown. My journey began at the climbing gym, where I met Jennifer, a 26-year-old climbing enthusiast who was as passionate about scaling walls as I was. We bonded instantly over our shared love for the sport and our eagerness to teach others the art of climbing. As weeks turned into months, Jennifer and I became inseparable. We spent our days teaching climbing techniques and our nights exploring the rugged terrain surrounding the town. Our friendship blossomed, and I couldn't have asked for a better companion on my new adventure. One fateful evening, Jennifer invited me over for a sleepover at her charming cottage on the outskirts of town. Eager to spend more time together, I accepted her invitation, not knowing that this night would plunge us both into a chilling mystery. As the evening turned into night, we nestled on the couch, sipping hot cocoa and watching climbing documentaries. Jennifer's cottage exuded warmth and coziness, adorned with climbing memorabilia, from posters to old ropes and carabiners. The atmosphere was comforting, and I felt right at home. But the night took a twist when, in the dead of night, I found myself wandering into the basement. You see, I have a history of sleepwalking, and on this particular night, I was unknowingly drawn down those creaky stairs. In the dimly lit basement, I stumbled upon an ancient, ornate mirror covered in dust and cobwebs. It was unlike any mirror I had ever seen before, with intricate carvings and an aura of foreboding. My reflection appeared distorted, as if the mirror held secrets of its own. As I stared into the eerie glass, Jennifer suddenly appeared at the basement door, her eyes wide with shock and concern. She rushed towards me, panic in her voice, and swiftly covered the mirror. "Nellie, you weren't supposed to find this," she whispered, her hands trembling. I was bewildered and fearful. "What is this, Jennifer? Why is this mirror down here? It feels wrong." Jennifer hesitated before revealing a long-hidden secret. "Nellie, this mirror is said to be cursed. It's been in my family for generations, and they've always kept it hidden away. They believe it has the power to show us things we shouldn't see." My heart pounded as I grasped the gravity of the situation. "Cursed? What do you mean?" Jennifer's eyes were haunted as she explained. "Legend has it that those who gaze into the mirror may see glimpses of the past, the future, or even otherworldly realms. But there's a price to pay. It's said that the mirror can trap souls and drive people to madness." The basement seemed to be getting colder, and the air thickened with an unsettling presence. It got so cold so quickly that we were both momentarily paralyzed. The only thing that brought us back to full consciousness was the light bulb in the ceiling exploding, just before we thought we would be, overwhelmed by our own thoughts. We hurried upstairs to the living room, a mix of fear, confusion, and above all, anxiety gripping us. Jennifer and I had to make a pact. Our pact was clear. We would never speak of the cursed mirror again, hoping that burying the memories would free us from its sinister influence. However, our innocent belief that we would never need to consider the mirror in the basement was soon shattered. As the days turned into weeks, strange occurrences began to haunt both of us. One evening, as Jennifer and I drove home from work at the climbing gym, the radio suddenly crackled with eerie static. The car's headlights flickered, casting unsettling shadows on the road ahead. In the distance, we saw a fleeting figure, a dark silhouette that seemed to dart across the road, barely visible in the dim light. Jennifer's grip on the steering wheel tightened, her knuckles white. "Did you see that?" she asked, her voice trembling. I nodded, my heart racing. I saw it too. We couldn't find an explanation, but the presence of that shadowy figure left an indelible mark on our minds. Another bizarre incident occurred one morning at the climbing gym. As we prepared the equipment, the room grew inexplicably cold. Climbing holds seemed to rearrange themselves, and chalk dust floated through the air as if guided by an unseen hand. It was as though the very essence of the gym had come to life. We exchanged nervous glances, unsure of how to explain the phenomenon. Was it a manifestation of the mirror's curse, or something else entirely? The most chilling incident happened when I was taking a shower one evening. Steam filled the bathroom as I lathered shampoo into my hair. Suddenly, a handprint materialized on the fogged-up mirror. It was no ordinary handprint. It was slender and elongated, like a spectral hand had left its mark. I screamed, and Jennifer rushed to my aid. We watched in horror as the handprint slowly faded away, as if it had never been there. The realization struck us like a bolt of lightning. The cursed mirror's malevolent influence was not confined to the basement. It had followed us into our lives, manifesting as these unexplained occurrences. Jennifer and I knew we had to confront the mirror's curse once and for all. We couldn't allow these strange happenings to escalate, potentially harming us or others. With trepidation, we descended into the basement one last time, determined to find a way to break the mirror's hold on us. As we stood before the cursed mirror, its malevolent energy seemed to intensify, casting a sinister glow in the dim basement. Desperation consumed us as we recalled the enigmatic message etched into its side. When light beckons forth the shadows, so shall it beckon them within. We decided to fill the basement with the soft glow of countless candles, banishing the darkness that had shrouded the cursed mirror for so long. As the room bathed in warm, flickering light, we noticed that the shadows in the basement began to disappear, driven away by the illumination. However, when we turned our attention to the mirror, the eerie truth became apparent. The shadows were not vanquished. They were merely relocated. In the mirror's reflection, we could see the shadows swirling menacingly, as if trapped between our world and another. Determined to break the mirror's hold, we used an old lantern to cast a brilliant golden light that seemed to cut through the mirror's malevolence. As the lantern's glow touched the mirror's surface, the shadows recoiled, trying to retreat into the mirror. With lightning speed, we covered the mirror, trapping the shadows within, their inky forms writhing and struggling against their newfound prison. It was a desperate and daring move, but it worked. As we stared at the covered mirror, we knew that we had silenced the curse, at least for the time being. Our friendship remained intact, though forever marked by the horrors we had faced. But as we parted ways, we couldn't help but carry the knowledge that the shadows might one day find a way to break free, lurking in the corners of our lives, waiting for an opportunity to strike once more.